Spirit Animals is great. If it's an unordinary fanfic. Spirit Animal is very well made gacha animated voice acted series, with great voice actors but, with a plot which is pushing the limits of how much can be called inspired, or plagiarized. Let me explain from the beginning. UnOrdinary is a well-popular webtoon, something the creator of the Spirit Animal has obviously watched. I mean, she created a literal unordinary GLMM which was inspired by UnOrdinary. Where she did give full credit to Uru-chan, the creator of UnOrdinary, except for a few characters in the plot leading up to part 2. From her way of writing this, I think this 13-year-old needs to be told that whatever plot she has for part 2, she still needs to give the author at least a minimum amount of credit for that cause. You're just writing a fanfic. Using the word inspired is in the wrong context here because many original stories are inspired by other stories. You're just expanding upon the base of the story that the author has made. If you copy all the development from chapter 1 to 30 and put them into a part 1, and then create a part 2 where the story deviates from the original, that doesn't make your story original. Anyway, she did leave a comment on that video saying it was all for fun, and all the people who were mad for her copying Uru-chan were valid, etc. That was all cool. A well-animated fanfic is nice. And then she said she was gonna come up with an original plot, by which I think she meant Spirit Animals. And the original plot is that there are high rankers and low rankers. High rankers doesn't care about low rankers. Story takes place in a high school. There is female John and there is a black-haired, goggles-wearing Arlo. The creator also commented upon the trailer of Spirit Animal saying it is different from UnOrdinary. Which maybe some people agree with. 'Cause almost every story has been told, no new plot can be entirely unique. Especially when talking about an extremely cliché plotline like that of UnOrdinary's. That is an extremely valid point, but the Spirit Animals pushes it to such a degree that it becomes cringe. Especially if you read through the comments, it straight up becomes annoying for people who have read UnOrdinary and supported the author. 'Cause the creator of Spirit Animal has read UnOrdinary and based Spirit Animal's plot after getting ideas from it. Call it inspired or copy or whatever, the basic plot line is so blatantly same that it is almost disrespecting the author. I mean, imagine for a moment this happening to a more popular creator. If someone comes up with the story of a group of pirates searching for a particular treasure, there is a new world and an East Sea and an All Sea. But then you say that's a very common plot point, pirates search for treasure. But then you realize that the treasure is still named One Piece. That's exactly how I feel watching it. The basic plot remains the same with the change of there being spirit animals, so you can't exactly criticize it, but then they show the exact same abilities and some exact same phrases. Moreover, the characters are blatantly same. Cairo is the strongest, and even has the same mentality as Arlo. He acts nice to Brooke. To find out more about her cause, he thinks she might be powerful. Even if the cliché plot line can be the same, having literally the same characters cannot be excused. Especially if they are being used in the same settings. Moreover, the comments in those videos of people who have obviously not read UnOrdinary are irritating to read. The praise of course needs to be given where it's due in the editing. Voice acting is amazing and a lot of effort has been put into it, but that doesn't automatically mean it's great. After all, just because someone has worked hard doesn't mean people are obliged to like it. I mean, in a way, if you are just benefiting from someone else's idea while calling it your own, it's bound to be hard to appreciate it, no matter how good it might look or sound. At least personally, I think the changes the creator has made to Spirit Animals to make it different from UnOrdinary are simply inadequate for it to be called original. I am not expecting any completely out of the box plot when I read any new series, even if the story is set in the same setting. If the characters have at least different personalities or if there is a plot twist, I am gonna enjoy reading it. But if you are just changing character design and introducing new ships, throwing some romance here and there, then that's just a Wattpad fanfic.